people, how y'all doing out there, man?
We are back.
I wish you would have came to me on Thursday, but my man had an allergy attack.
I'm still going through it, but
still going through it. I'm looking all stuffy.
Yeah.
Nose running.
But I'm here for y'all. We gotta get this episode done. We're gonna make it happen. We're getting it done for everybody here. So
everybody out there in the world. How y'all doing today? Y'all know it's not summer anymore, even though it is.
This is the last day of summer. Well, tomorrow's the last day of summer. Somebody, please. Bring the sun back. I missed the sun already.
I don't want this fall to come through, man.
I kind of don't have a problem with fall. It's what happens after fall.
The winter?
Yeah.
I don't want
that's the part. That's the part I don't like.
Yes.
That's that shit I don't like.
Because I don't want to deal with snow on my goddamn tires.
It's not fun.
It's not fun at all. People, we are going to go in less than, let's say, about 1 minute per se.
Yeah, you said that.
We're going to go in 1 minute per se, man. The bro is setting up some situations. And we are going to take off.
Let's get a little comedy in the eyes real quick. Go.
That's how I felt the first week when the Bears played the Packers.
It was like, yo, go somewhere, man. Get the hell on! Tired of y'all just losing shit, man. Y'all just winning these games. 1, 2, 4, BD.
Tony Baker is one of the greatest comedians that have ever. I'm not gonna say that, but I do like his voiceover work. He's not better than most.
Mary's already chiming in. What's up, Mary?
What's going on, Mary? Haddock.
You gotta teach us how to pronounce the name.
Mary Haddock.
Haddock? Like Hadouken?
Are you kidding or are you? What's going on here?
I don't know. She's gonna teach us that one day.
Alright, we're going to less than 45 seconds.
Alright. So, let's do a quick sound check.
Mic check.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hey, Mary. Hey.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
You know, we should give her a shout out. She's the first one to check in. Usually our residential #1 fan, you should check in.
Shout out to Mary. Mary is the first one to check in. That's why you get the shout out, my friend, bringing it live. You know how we do it at last. You tune in to the Bruthas podcast, kicking it live to you. We admire you. It's fire. I bring the fire too. My dude, City P to the left. Donte, man, bringing it out my breath, kicking it to you live and direct. Better protect your neck, can protect yourself. Kick it on this at last. Who is this? This the Bruthas podcast. Now we got to go on this little countdown. We going in. We going in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it going.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Bruthas podcast. Give a round of applause for yourselves. Because in a world full of haters, you can only be greater. I am your host, Steven City P. Watson, along with my partner in crime,
Donte Chase Bridges, a.k.a. you know the rest.
And together we are
the Bruthas.
We are back in a little later than ever, but we still here. Y'all have to excuse me. I was a little under the weather yesterday.
You caught the Ebola virus.
It's a nasty thing. I was a little under the weather, but I had to tough it out. Gotta keep the show rolling.
You've been sick all day, been pooting all day.
I've not been pooting, it's just
ridiculous.
allergies. It's just allergies. It's really just allergies.
Smell like Sudafed right
But
now.
my allergies kick in really hard, and it's a change of weather. And you know what I realized also, son? I realized that it's also, technically, this is kind of our season finale. Because tomorrow's the last day of summer officially, so this is technically our summer finale.
You want to be sentimental now?
Not really, I'm just pointing that out.
You don't want to talk about what we got going on, you just want to be sentimental?
I'm just pointing, alright, you know what,
man,
I'm just pointing out. Alright, so We got a hot episode for y'all today.
Yes, we do.
And we're actually asking some questions about how our relationships work.
Can I say something real quick?
What?
This is an interactive show, so if you got a answer for these questions we're gonna give, you better take your fingers on that goddamn pad and you better put it on the screen.
Also, just a shout out to our friends on your page, Tia Roberts and Uniquely Odd.
Uniquely Odd.
They're showing in. Ladies, we're gonna need y'all to chime in too, because this is gonna be an interesting question show for y'all as well.
Yes, it will be.
What that is, we'll get to that in a minute, but first, we got some town hall business. Mr. Bridges, what you got for us?
I have to shout out somebody that's been doing her thing. Her name is Kim Brio. Kim Brio. Kim Brio does branding, personal development, and overall website design. So if you ever want to tune in and get your entrepreneurial game correct, I want you to contact Kim Brio at kimbrio.com. And she is going to hook you up. Anybody starting that small business, get in tune with her. Tell her the brother sent you. She's going to give you 0% off. But still, just keep getting to her. You got somebody?
I got a shout out to make. My shout out goes to, of course, our off and on residential DJ JMC, who was not here with us this evening. Unfortunately, he's on the streets right now. He's making some moves. Like I said, holla at him on his page. JMC, Jeremy Williams on Facebook, Young JM, Long Live JMC on Instagram. Street of which, our Instagram page is coming soon. Matter of fact, we hope to get that up before the end of the weekend.
Yes, we do.
So the Brothers Podcast is going to be on Instagram really soon.
It's going to be on Instagram really soon.
Yeah, it's going to be real soon.
Also, we're going to start stripping at the old folks home come October 31st on my birthday. I go by the name of Stroke. Literally. This is my partner, Heart Attack. He just heard about this. And we're going to give it to you live and direct. I hope none of y'all grandparents are at the old folks home because we put on a hell of a performance. There are waivers that they're going to have to sign. You still doing it, right?
Oh, you took it?
Yeah, they tip.
Okay,
They tip. They got Social Security checks. They got Buffalo coins. Somebody gonna tip you with a peach cobbler. You gotta be ready, man. We doing it.
You know what? That might not be a bad idea.
You know how much banana pudding we gonna be eating?
I'm not really in for the pudding. But you know what? They Salisbury steak is good though. But you know what?
Pie? Are you serious?
Man, they can do some sweet potato pie.
Man,
it's getting around that time of the year. Okay.
what about a pineapple cake? Thanksgiving coming up. You don't like pineapple upside down?
Well, 7-Up cake.
Christmas coming up. You know when I'm probably gotta
Look, I don't eat everybody's German chocolate cake. My grandma makes some really good German chocolate cake, so not everybody can eat German chocolate cake. Okay, no, fuck that. Okay, just can't make it.
I hope she's not gonna be there because I'm gonna rock her world. All right, let's keep on going on.
All right, we got this. Your town hall business. Okay, one more shout out to town hall business on my end. This past weekend, I was at the OG's women's flag football team. They had a benefit event, a car wash, a little bikini class, one around car wash. You know what I'm saying? I had to slide up in there a little later than ever, but you know what? Shout outs to Brianna Johnson, LaShawna Miller, and the rest of the OG's flag football team for representing that time. Big ups to y'all. So
Here's the thing out there. I heard about it. I wasn't there.
You clearly weren't there.
I clearly wasn't there.
You shouldn't have been there.
Had some business to take care of.
You shouldn't have been there.
Shouldn't have been there.
I'm not bailing you out.
Was there somebody with a C-section scar? That's what I'm asking. No?
Okay, so let us get started with our topic of
Like
the
a
day.
Bengal tiger going down her stomach.
That is
I'm just saying.
mad disrespectful. But anyway, there's a couple of them out there.
Yeah, let's get it popping though.
Probably our fan base.
I apologize.
All right, but oh Lord, a lot of Plan Bs out there. But anyway, today's episode is the age-old battle of the sexes episode.
Sexes.
It's Venus versus Mars.
Venus versus Mars.
In other words, women versus men. We have this ongoing saga every single
day, basically.
I want to say hour, but you know,
You know how
anyway.
many times we've been at LA Fitness and we were supposed to be doing bench press, but we got into this conversation?
Yeah. We talk about this a lot.
It's
So
not-
we're trying to mend. We're trying to figure out how we can bridge the gap.
Damn that, I want to vent. Shit.
You want to vent?
I'm-
Well, we're about to vent.
Okay.
So we got some questions.
I hope
We
y'all
need
got
some-
answers.
We need some legit answers.
And like I
Don't
said,
bullshit us about these answers too.
this is an interactive show, so if we ask a question and you
Right.
got your opinion, I
Right.
want you to give that goddamn opinion.
Let's reach Mary. We count on you to answer. Uniquely I, we count on you to answer. Team, we count on you. Evo just signed in. We are counting on y'all to answer.
And anybody
Anyone
that's
else.
watching this,
Right.
but y'all didn't click in because you know how y'all like to kind
Because
of.
we know y'all be over here low key watching, but not really watching. Because y'all want to give us the little numbers plus. Y'all petty as hell for that. But we know y'all watching.
But you can't have your numbers up here and then have 300 views. Like, it doesn't work.
It don't
We know
work
you're
like
watching.
that. We know you're watching this. You're just not watching it when y'all think you're watching.
So all y'all out there, we want y'all to tune in. We want y'all to give y'all honest opinion about what's going on. And with that being said, CDP, let's start
Right.
this up, man.
Yes, we want all y'all opinions. So,
What we doing?
first question we're gonna ask. I'm gonna ask you, Mr. Bridges. This is gonna be funny. Who are the biggest cheaters, men or women?
Nurses.
No, you're really trying. No, don't do that. Just ask me.
Women that hasn't got their child support check?
In general,
So you want my God honest opinion, or you want me to tell you actually?
no,
who is
we don't do that. All but we need the honest to God opinion.
All
This is
right.
what we need to learn.
The God honest opinion that I feel first between men and women who cheat. Who is the biggest cheaters? Well, my friends, I am going to have to say women. I'm going to have to say women. Because statistics do show that women cheat more than men. You want to know how they show it? Because emotional cheating is a part of cheating. You know that husband, that work husband that you got, that your boyfriend or your husband or your fiance don't know about? And y'all share intimate views of the world? Kind of go on little mini dates y'all call lunch? You don't know that they look at that as cheating, right? Statistically, that's shown as cheating. That's emotional cheating. Now, I think, you know, like I know that men, our testosterone make us have that sex drive. Like, you do know that, right?
Right.
We have the sex drive. The testosterone fuels that. But when you're dealing with intimacy, when you're dealing with emotional satisfaction, and a lot of times most women always look at men and say, although you do satisfy me sexually, sex is not only part of this love making act. And sometimes that's where men fall short. So what do you think? Do you think women will go and get their needs met if they're not emotionally satisfied? Because the statistics are showing this. They showing that the women are going out there sneaking, dipping, ripping, and flipping. Not to mention dipping. Then dripping.
Evo says men are bigger cheaters.
Evo, you're a liar. No, I'm playing.
I'll give an example of probably why he thinks that way, however.
Right.
Now, at first I wanted to say men, because the thing is about what men are, and this is kind of, we have to tell on ourselves a little bit. Men don't really require a specific reason to cheat.
Yes, Lord.
We don't really we don't.
No, we don't.
We don't have one specific reason. Anytime, ladies, if y'all have ever been cheated on by y'all man,
If you have been cheated on, Lord,
chances are, be thankful there was a reason.
be thankful you had a condom.
Be thankful. Because I guarantee you, most don't have a really good one. They just do it just because you can.
Yeah.
We do it because we can. It is our natural instinct to conquer and
Because
conquest.
they got 2 balls and a cane.
Right. We sow our royal oats, or lack of thereof.
Should have done that.
We will go out there and try to smash any woman we
Should
can.
have done that. Should have had a better relationship, Lord. Thank you.
Because at some point, you know, things get tiring, the household might get boring, we see a fine lady, we cave in, we give it what we go for it, and we just do it.
You ain't cooked in 3 days, Lord. You know my heart, Lord.
There's a lot of reasons that can happen, but if there's not a reason that we still do it, then that's just, sometimes it takes the littlest thing.
The oven is not a
Unfortunately,
microwave,
it takes the littlest thing sometimes.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that women cheat because emotionally Because men have emotions too. Men often are depicted as the people that are void of the one thing that as human beings we all have, because we're all made of energy. So why is it that statistically shown that emotional cheating in women is much higher than a man that has the same amount of emotions?
Because the thing is that men have never relied on our emotions to end up cheating.
Oh Lord.
Men actually can separate their emotion a lot better than women can, and that's the part where now I'm gonna have to start, drawing the line about the comparison between men and women.
Oh, I think he lying, but he my bro.
No, I ain't lying.
Oh Jesus, Lord.
Men have a distinct ability. Like I said before, men cheat just because we can, or we choose to want to. But at the same time, that means that sometimes at some points it doesn't even require emotion to do so.
Should have had a better side chick, shove it up on down.
If there's ever any sense of emotion, maybe it'd be lust.
So you think lust is an emotion that a man has that allows him to cheat more than women? Because like I said,
Do we even consider lust an emotion?
lust is an emotion.
Then that's
lust
probably
is energy in motion.
Then that's probably
Emotion.
the only real emotion that we will show at that point, as far as wanting to cheat. Because other than that, we have a very good tendency to separate our emotions from a lot of situations. Now, if you want to consider lust an emotion, we consider lust an emotion. Fine, that's probably the main, number one, and only emotion that we really won't separate, because that's what we need in order to go out there and try to do it.
Question. Hope get an answer. What about the testosterone that men naturally have inside of their system?
Well, what? Here's the thing, though. If you have the natural testosterone inside your system to procreate, or, like a better word, fuck, just do with the girl you with then. Then why you just don't do with the girl you with?
Shut up, and should have had better
I mean, if you want to
variety,
smash your girl that you with now over and over and over again, she's up for it, she's game for it, she's got the energy for it, then why not just do it with her?
Can I give you another way of looking at this?
What is the other way?
Okay, so let's go back to our innate reason of why. Now, statistically, I do think it's correct, but the reason why I think it's correct is because they factored in the emotions. Emotions. Men are more physical. Big booty.
Yeah.
Waist, small. So, that's what we're in. Physically, innately, men want to spread their seed. This is from the beginning of time. The way that the earth is populated is when a man finds a woman and he puts his antenna into her signal catcher.
And it happens a lot, apparently, nowadays.
Men are made in a way where we can give, and women are made in a way to receive. So, just the pure anatomical physiology of men and women, men are set up in order to be able to be with multiple women and not have the repercussion of bearing something inside of them. And also, this testosterone thing, man. Do you know testosterone is the reason why we have the sex drive that we do?
Yeah.
You want to know one of the reasons why women tend to, statistically shown, cheat later in age after 35 more than men? Because as men's testosterone is decreasing at 35, women's testosterone is increasing.
That's why you hear the story about cougars.
Oh, that's why the cougars is out.
Right. Cougars come out there, they horny as hell.
Wow. That is the scientific breakdown of you cougars out there. You're not crazy. Nothing's going wrong with you. It's just that the testosterone inside of your system is increasing, which is making you a little bit more...
Sexually aggressive.
Making you a little bit more aggressive in the dating game or at Geno's. I'm just trying to drink a Bud Light. I had a hard day.
Right.
I'm a man. I have feelings too. You ain't got to come up to me talking about your smile look good. Why don't you smile more? You really said that to me? OMG, lady.
Yeah. So that, you know what? That actually brings us to the next question I want to talk about, because you just touched on it.
It still hurts. I'm not a piece of meat.
Yeah, exactly. Emotions.
Emotions.
Who are more emotional?
Humming up on the Shire, gonna get my
men and women.
Gonna get my
Who
tires.
are more emotional?
Who do I think is more emotional?
Yes.
Well, out here, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to think about it. Facebook world, who do y'all feel is the most emotional out of men and women? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I would say men.
Man, get the fuck out. I'm
Hey,
done.
hold on, bro.
What? I'm done.
Bro, what?
Get outta
dude,
here.
Dude, what's your problem, bro?
Get your Abercrombie and Fitch ass on. Somewhere.
Bro, what's the matter? I'm coming from work, bro.
Come to work with what?
God, wait a minute, bro. Why is that wrong?
Why is this Orange County coming out of you right now?
Bro, listen, it's the
I mean, I know you dress like it right now, but damn.
Bro, it's the American Eagle hat, bro.
American, what the fuck? Whatever, man. Go ahead and spit this bullshit.
Now come back. I have to tell you why, bro. Okay, this is the reason why I feel men are more emotional than women, bro. I feel that men are more emotional than women because society has put a leash on the way that a man can express his emotions. And let's just think about this. When somebody tell you that you can't do something, doesn't it make you want to do it even more? Doesn't it make you want to do it even more? There's a cupcake right here. I say, you better not touch my goddamn cupcake. Ain't nothing in the kitchen to eat. I'm gonna walk out here, go to the store. My cupcake better be back here. It's gonna be a piece out of my damn cupcake. And the reason is because when you suppress whatever emotion, it builds up. So, although I would say that overall, women tend to show bits and pieces of their emotions more on a long-term basis, who is the person that would be the most emotional? I would have to say men, because men is dealing with a buildup of emotions over time that society has put the leash on and said that you better not show that or we're going to take away your man license. We're going to strip that man card. Because how can you lead as a man if you show emotions? How can you lead as a man if you cry and it's not about funerals? A man having emotions is basically looked at as being lesser or feminine. So a feminine woman, meaning a woman that shows her femininity, is someone that has the green light to express their emotions. Like I said, if I put a piece of cupcake right here until you don't eat it, you might be tempted to eat that cupcake. Whatever. But if I put 48 cupcakes and say, look, man, you can have them whenever you want to, and I got 100 more in there, you might take your time with that cupcake and not be more inclined to show it. So men overall have a build-up of emotions for a long period of time that they don't get to express. That's a lot of times why they say that women are more violent, because statistically, moderate violence, women do more violence. But men, when they get violent, tend to hurt or kill. It's because of an emotional buildup. Emotional buildup. So who would I say has more emotions? I know it's a stereotype. You get your cues from what you see on TV, then you translate what you see on TV to what you experience in the world, then you project what you see in the world on your mate. So whatever little emotion she may have, you may say, wow, this is how women are. But you know damn well most of y'all are emotional. How many of y'all cried when you got your heart broken? You know what, whatever, bro.
Look, first of all, shout out to sis Tiana, what's up? Thanks for tuning in to the episode. First time she's actually watched this episode. Who's my sister? And you dropped that bullshit. Alright, what anyway?
Tiana Jackson, Garner? Is that you? Listen, now
let me tell you something.
Put my glasses
now
on.
This is the part where I'm going to rebuttal hard on this one because
rebuttal then, goddamn, I don't care.
I'm going to definitely say women.
No,
I am. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna be real with you. Our good friend Reggie Price actually brought up that point, an interesting point that I actually agree with him. And I was gonna bring that up myself when he answered that question on your post on Facebook.
All right.
Women are emotional because women in this world nowadays are more allowed and can afford to be.
Oh, okay.
And that's why they are allowed to be more emotional.
Well, go on there and explain.
Because women, in today's culture, women now have far more excuses to be made for them. Not to say disrespect women, but they have now, in today's culture, have far more excuses.
He's completely
for their emotional. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm being honest.
He's completely
I'm being honest. Women have more freedom to be allowed to be as emotional about things as possible, even to act emotionally.
Are you sure?
Yes,
all
because
right.
And that's why, and it's always against towards men. So, especially if it's towards men. So women, and the way the society is built, the way the laws are built, the way the structure is built on everything, on top of what we've had to deal with them in a relationship, outside relationship, in the workplace, everything is designed to nowadays to accommodate a lot of emotions for women.
Okay.
So when, let's say for instance, you know in some parts, I think it's, I forget what country this is. Do you know in Switzerland, women are allowed to get time off every month when they reach their period? Now you knew the emotional,
Is it because of the seats? The seats.
yeah. No, it's not that. Do you know how much they go through? You know how much a woman will go through in their periods or their trimester?
I don't know. Do you know?
No, I'm not a woman.
I don't know.
But I
You
imagine
talking
it's
like
pretty
this.
painful. But I've experienced the backlash of it
Oh, okay.
because they get pretty emotional
Oh, sure.
and they really come down on you hard.
Oh, shoot.
Sometimes it's like DEFCON 4, you just gotta step the fuck out of the way and just let them do what they got to do.
No,
But the
DEFCON
point
4,
is,
you did.
they even
can't
that's
get out
fine.
there.
That's
You can't get out there
like
with
doing a
DEFCON
woman
4.
under period. One bad move, you're dead. So they're allowed to take time off every month, and that's accommodating them. In this country, of course, they haven't got to that. Probably will one day. But the point is that there's certain laws out there that are built. Y'all, excuse me, I'm rubbing my eyes too much. Y'all have to understand that there's certain structures that are built to accommodate women's emotions. It can't really be any different. See, us, we're not designed to have our emotions accommodated for. We're actually taught, like you said, we're taught to suppress our emotions enough.
Yes.
So because we're taught to suppress our emotions enough, we are told not to show an emotion enough. We can't be too emotional.
Wow.
We did.
I got a question for you.
What's the question?
Should I take my glasses off and keep them on?
Please.
All right. Got a riddle for you. Goes a little something like this. And it's for that ending part of what you said.
What's the end?
You said that we can't show our emotions. Therefore, and women can. Therefore, women are more emotional. Got a riddle for you. Y'all want to hear this riddle? If a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? If a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound?
Yes, Louis. Old school.
Yes, it's true. If a tree falls in the forest, it still makes a sound. Even though that a man can't show his emotions, he still has the emotions. It doesn't mean because a woman can express her emotions that she has more of them. It only means that she is able to express her emotions. I'll give you an example. Now, this is statistics. You can look this up. Dealing with men and women in prison systems. Which prison system do you think is more violent?
Ours.
Ours what? Black people's prison system?
Well,
What is ours?
Well, technically, this country's prison system. We black people don't have a prison system.
Oh, we are the prison system.
We are.
You're speaking of men, right?
Speaking of our good friend Reggie Price, he just checked in. What's up, Reg?
What's good, bro?
You was the one that was answering the questions on your page.
What's good, bro?
Reggie, he doesn't believe in what you said, bro.
I don't believe you, bro.
He don't believe you.
I don't feel it. I don't feel it.
He doesn't believe that men are more not. What did you say?
Can I say it? I can say it. Now listen.
Say it.
Dealing with the penitentiary system. Men in the penitentiary system are far more violent than women. Women are not as violent in the penitentiary system. Shows the murder, shows the violent rate inside of the system. Now, let me ask you a question. What is the prerequisite towards violence?
Emotion.
What is the prerequisite towards violence?
Emotion, damn it.
Point to the camera.
I'm not doing that, man.
The prerequisite towards violence is emotions, right? No matter if the violence stems from self-esteem, no matter if it stems from anger, no matter if it stems from psychological issues that can trigger all different types of emotions, no matter if it's an endocrine problem, meaning hormonal problem, there are emotions there. If you're telling me that violence is not a prerequisite, but yeah, actually, violence is a prerequisite towards emotions. If that is true, then that would statistically show inside of the prison system, which is just a microcosm of the United States and the world, that men are able to show and display emotions.
But-
Wait a minute. Because in the prison system, it is not frowned upon to show violence. It is suggested, not with the guards or anything, but to show the dominance in order to survive. You're in a system when you're dealing with living in this world that we live in, me and you just dating around, that we're in a society where we can't show those emotions because our emotions kind of stem towards violence in the situations because those are our acceptable emotions. You have a situation, a concentrated situation with the prison system where they can show their emotions and it can stem into violence. They are putting on full display, no matter if it's a psychological damage or emotional damage, what they can do by showing it in violence. Statistically, it's showing that men are violent than women. And you saying it's a prerequisite towards violence, emotions.
I'd say hold on.
And women are not in their system. And women are not in the prison system more violent than men. And
First,
you just don't
okay, let me clarify this for a second.
Well, you clear it up.
Let me clarify something. First of all,
Better hit.
emotion is a prerequisite for violence. Emotion is a prerequisite for violence, but it's not the only prerequisite for violence. That's just one of them.
Okay, well tell me what it is.
Okay, what?
What is another prerequisite for
That's
violence?
not even the point of what I'm trying to make. We're talking about the actual emotional part.
No, I'm talking. If you tell me the prerequisite for violence, and just for anybody tuning in, what we're talking about is who is emotional, more emotional, men or women?
Yes.
Okay, so back to this. So, if that's, you give me one. If you give me another prerequisite towards violence, money does what?
Money.
In the prison system?
Money. Do you not understand how much money flows through the prison system still?
Okay, so you're telling me money
Really?
is the reason for violence.
Yes. Money is the root of a lot of things.
Like what?
Corruption, pride, wealth,
What is the same? Money is the root
of all evil.
What is evil?
Evil is.
No, evil is not a.
We're not going to consider evil emotion. Are
No,
we?
evil is what? Say it. Because you're going to come to the same conclusion that all this stems from emotions.
That's more of a moral value. Actually.
Moral values are what? What do they manifest themselves into?
Just feelings and emotions.
Exactly. So everything
That does not
manifests-
count as consistent with violence. Okay, but look, we can argue that's a sidebar argument. Okay, we can go back to that sidebar argument. The point of what I'm making is that I don't believe that emotionally men can be that culpable, even though it is a prison system decided that.
Mhm.
I don't believe in that necessarily because obviously we can't display, like I said, we can't display it openly. That way we have to suppress it more. Now, are our emotions stronger?
See, I ain't even gonna bust you out because you're my friend. I love you. So.
Our emotions.
You said
What you gotta say, man?
You said suppress. So that means there is, because when you say more emotional and you saying women are more emotional, but then you say suppress, that is not saying it's devoid of emotion, because to suppress something means something is there already.
So
we're
is
not
that-
saying the expression of emotion, we're saying are men or women more emotional.
But that's talking about quantity as well, because we could not have that many or that much emotion to suppress. We could always just be like, that bothers, that hurts me, but then we can just push it down like, all right.
My son is a black man in America. We have a lot of
I'm
emotions
just
to suppress.
saying.
We
I'm
either getting
just
our ass
saying.
whooped by the police or getting our
I
ass
am
whooped
just
by
saying.
child support.
Like
That
I said,
is a lot of emotions.
I'm just saying, not it. Look, everybody's built differently. Some people just don't get too triggered by shit.
Oh, on the contrary, my brother, you might not get triggered, but you do feel the emotions. Can I
You
get
don't
an
feel.
amen?
You'll get feel. Nobody's gonna get amen.
You know, whatever.
Okay.
Almost
Nobody's. Yeah. Too late. Okay, but since we are talking about emotions, let's talk about the strongest emotion of them all.
It was.
Love. Look, hold on, they bickering right now. Who said something?
I'm gonna bust somebody
Man,
in the
all
head.
right,
You
hold
better
on.
get off my page.
Tiana.
You better get
We'll
off my
start. Men are more emotional. They just have more excuses than women, i.e., society. You don't have the hell is she saying? I can't pull it up right now. You know what? I'm just gonna go for that first line.
No,
men are more
man,
emotional.
I
They just have more excuses than women.
No, man.
you know what?
I ain't feeling it. That's exactly. We have more excuses, but we're not devoid of emotion. As a matter of fact, when you mix testosterone, progesterone, and estrogen, and you put the testosterone in high volumes with that progesterone, it causes chemical reactions in the brain that are energy, motions to be manifested. So chemically and scientifically, we are more emotional. We just have to suppress it. It's not innately by nature that we're not emotional. It's just society-wise and what we have to do in the construct of being a man and a woman that makes us act.
Because then let's be
Less
realistic. Because let's be realistic for a second. That emotion from a man in society is pretty much frowned upon and shunned. So if you tell us, well, it sounds like it's a choice. It's not really that much of a choice. This is what we were bred. This is what society has created. This is what they told us. Being men is not emotional. Men is wrong. We're not allowed. It's a sign of weakness. We want us to be strong men. So if you want us to be really strong men, then maybe you have to accept the fact that we have to be emotional.
And he agrees with me. He didn't even know it.
Not really.
And we about to go to something that's going to make him agree even more. And he don't even know it yet.
Because that brings us to the next question.
Sniffling and snotting all over the place.
I haven't looked. I told you about how that was. But go to our next question. The strongest emotional bond.
Oh, that's love.
Love.
Oh, love.
Because I know a lot of y'all on these threads is going to say something. I can see it. I feel it in the room. It's going to be said.
Send them
Who
in the 6th grade.
loves the hardest, men or women? I can feel the tension for this. I can feel it. This is about to be a battle. I feel it. It's there.
Damn, nigga.
It's there. It's right there. Who loves the hardest, men or women?
Goddamn Luke Skywalker loves here. Okay. Who do I feel loves the hardest? I would have to say loves the hardest?
Hardest.
Oh, you talking about hardest?
Oh, you love hard.
You hard love. Okay. I would have to say that. Damn, I feel like I'm a broken record here. I would have to say men.
Men love the hardest.
I would say men love the hardest. And the reason why I would say men love the hardest is because men don't display or give their love to everyone. So, you know, in society and just the way we made up, women have the chemicals in order to bond and show their love. And they're suggested to love each and every day. Being a mother, being a nurturer, being a carer means love. Being someone that cares for a family member when they're going through a tough time, maybe physically, medically. That's love. That's showing caring. So their society is telling them to show displays of love, because love is not a noun, it's a verb. So you're dealing with somebody that shows love all the time. And if I do something all the time, I don't necessarily think it will be a buildup of it to mean that I'm going to do it hard or it will be a potential buildup. Now you're dealing with men. Men don't show love a lot. And when we do it to selected people. So right there, you're dealing with potential buildup. You're dealing with, what is it called? Potential energy. Not kinetic energy, because women show the kinetic energy. They're always flowing in love. You're dealing with a potential buildup. So when a man does give his love, he gives his heart to a woman, that potential buildup, if not treated right, can be devastating to you, the next ex-boyfriend that you get, because he's going to be an ex-boyfriend after this man that's loving you hard, get finna do what he's doing.
God, that's it.
And it is going to be something. So I truly feel that men are the hardest in love, but women love consistently more.
Yeah. And you know what?
Do you need a lozenge?
I need everything.
Somebody email
I
this
need
nigga a Sudafed or something.
everything in my life. This allergies are killing me. But
Stop dressing like a blood. You know?
fuck you.
Actually,
You blood a Crip, nigga.
we might be gang baby.
I'm blood, you Crip. Apparently, we are treading a very, very thin gang war.
I look like the Crips tax attorney right now.
And I look like the #1 draft pick for the Bloods basketball team. So
Nah, I think semi-football.
semi football.
Yeah, you
Why?
went,
'Cause I'm broad.
yeah, you went DN.
Man, you see these shoulders, man.
33 around 30. Come on, man, get to the point.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm actually gonna agree with you on that.
This nigga, you doing what?
I agree with you.
Man, stop.
When men do love harder, we do love a lot harder. We
serious,
love a
man?
lot harder. And another reason why we love so much harder is because we are so willing to sacrifice more for that content.
Jesus Christ.
We're sacrificing our friends.
Wow.
We can sacrifice sometimes our family. We can sacrifice our finances. We can sacrifice our comfortability. Let me tell you something. It's an age-old joke.
Yeah, that's what it is.
If you're at a dinner and and y'all eating well,
Eating good steak, bro.
and she's done,
She's done.
and the man's down to his last morsel of food.
I don't even want to give it to you, though.
If he enjoys that food so much, but he willing to give you his last morsel of food off
There's
his
one
plate,
buffalo wing left, but I gave it to you, bro.
now that's love.
That is love.
He has to love you enough to be willing to share his food, the last piece of food with you.
You don't even like buffalo wings. You just want mine.
But he still shared it with you.
Oh, Jesus.
Now that's love. That's what I'm talking about. Men are more willing to sacrifice for the concept of love.
Ooh, you are treading on thin ice with this.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you want to say sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
But I got a question for you.
Okay.
So, you said men are willing to sacrifice more.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think women feel about the fact that when they give 110% to a relationship, to a man, they feel it's not even giving 50%? Maybe even give monetary means, like love the man to the point where they give their taxes, love the man to the point where they support his dreams by giving him money to start his own business. You just gonna invalidate all these women folk by saying that they ain't loving hard on their men?
I never said they ain't loving hard.
Well,
I
you
said
better
who loves more.
clarify.
I never said that women don't love hard.
Well, you better
I
clarify.
never said women don't sacrifice
Because
for
this
love
is
either.
what I got from me.
I never said women don't sacrifice for love either. I said who sacrifice the hardest and the most. There's levels to the shit.
Okay,
Who
well,
sacrifice
tell me
the
the level.
hardest, who sacrifice. Now, let's be honest with you. Women, they will sacrifice for love. But women are more capable of bouncing back from that when it falls back than men are.
That is true.
So technically, women can love as much as they want. They can sacrifice as much as they want. They always got it out. They always have an escape plan.
Your resiliency is...
Because at the end of the day, if their heart gets broken, I bet money within a day they'll have somebody ready to help them pick up the pieces for them.
Yes, love.
For men, oh no.
Scout aside. And yes,
No. Even you can say we got side chicks. No.
No, because the one thing, and this is something that I do want to say. This is not cool to say, but I'm going to say this. When a man is with a woman and he might have another woman on the side, and I don't know this personally, somebody told me. But when a man has another woman on the side and his girlfriend and him break up, or his wife or his fiance breaks up, 9 times out of 10, the women that he was dealing with on the side goes along with the woman that he broke up with. They're a group package. So when a man breaks up with one woman, he don't just necessarily bounce to the other. They're almost like a team. And once that starter leaves, the whole team goes along. He doesn't want the team anymore.
Right.
So a man doesn't necessarily have somebody where he can say, oh, my baby left me and I want to be with you now.
Right.
It's not the way that we work.
No.
I want you when I have her. But when I don't have her no more,
There's no real need for you.
you don't go along with the package. So we don't have that emotional support like a woman would have when she has satellite men. That's just beckoning. And at this point, because a man is going, first of all, I always say this, a man is the biggest actor. Not because something's wrong with us, but because that's what women want. Women want you to act out what they need. I didn't say that we were sincere, I said we were actors. We're acting out what you want from us. If you want me to be a kind man in order to get close to you, I'm going to be a kind man. If you want me to be a thug, then I'm going to put on my thug hat. We are actors because you go after what you see instead of what our intentions are. We are on two different planes when it comes to that. So y'all are going to have that emotional support from that actor that's pretending to be your friend because he's acting in order to get close to you. Women don't actually flow in that direction. And some, but not all, because we don't speak in absolutes here. So if anybody is saying that's not true, because I had one experience out of 4.6 billion people, stop. Stop. It's not how we do it.
Right.
It's no absolutes here. It's all in generalities. But women don't necessarily play the position in the sideline if they're not already in a relationship with that man. Men tend to play the position on the sidelines, so be the satellite around that woman, giving her or acting like they're giving her emotional support.
Mm-hmm.
So women can bounce that off a man, but a man don't have that to give back to the woman. So we gonna go through some shit. We gonna love hard.
Love hard.
We gonna love hard. We gonna hurt hard too, cause we ain't got no.
You know how hard it is that men are even willing to sometimes, when there's a woman that they really love or really want, they're willing to take the backseat, just wait.
Yes, Lord, not me.
They're willing to wait.
No, Lord, I just said no.
Slide other nigga the
absolutes.
fuck up, so they can slide the fuck in.
Yes, Lord, I should have never been a side nigga. I never
Be a
will.
side nigga and still love somebody.
Yes, Lord, never will.
See, when it comes to a man, when he has side chicks, nah.
It's a group package. Women
If she
out
go, y'all gotta go too.
there. Women out there, I want you. This is a secret from the
It's a
brothers.
domino effect.
Couldn't say it better.
It's a domino effect.
Once the man goes, 9 times out of 9, the side or the women that he's using for a particular purpose,
Go with it.
go with it. Once the main man leaves, you know, women, that the satellite men that are around you, that's there for your emotional needs, are not going to leave because they're not for your physical pleasure. If they were only there for your physical pleasure, well, you're getting your physical pleasure met by that man. 9 times out of 10, if you're having emotional problems, it's because that man is not giving you what you need, but these satellite men is giving you exactly what you want. So they're going to hover around. And once you go through the emotional heartache, you're going to go right to that man that's going to act the role as the emotional barrier. So you're going to get all the support you need. While we sitting here with a fifth of Hennessy, avoiding phone calls to go to the club or promontory, because you won't love me the way that I need to be loved. And I feel like that, you know, if you just give me a chance to show you how much I care about you, you know, I would be there. But, you know,
It's okay. It's okay.
and even though, your mother don't like me, but
It's okay.
we
It's,
can't.
all right, you going? Are you in a moment right now? Are you in a moment?
I just want to be loved. All right, whatever. Come on.
But
man.
you know what? I disagree with you about that Hennessy part.
This goddamn hat.
Because Hennessy, let me tell you something about Hennessy, okay?
You
If
better
a
not
girl
get
goes
this.
over my house and she's talking about, let's go drink something, I'll be like, okay, let's just drink something. If she comes at me with a fifth of Hennessy, I'll be like, oh, you trying to fuck? We trying to fuck tonight, huh? With a fifth of Hennessy, y'all know you know what that means. That's how I kind of judge women when they come through, when they want to kick it with you.
My grandma
By
watched
their
this.
intentions.
My grandmama watched this. My grandma.
All right, grandma, you know, tell
She
the
ain't
truth.
No more pineapple cake.
Hey, don't do that. I like pineapple cake.
No.
Don't jinx me like that.
When she see this,
I like pineapple cake, grandma. Don't do like that.
He cussing.
But anyway, segue to that, because it's true. You know it is. Henny Dick. Henny Dick will break down walls. I'm telling you right now. I know this. I've drank plenty of Henny. Who wants sex more? Men or women?
all right.
Should I you do
No, not really.
So,
This is kind of
this is kind of a cut and dry point.
This is self-explanatory.
We kind of explained it already.
We are built to want sex more.
It's in our DNA.
We need to procreate. We need to spread our seasons.
We have a lot of testosterone.
This is going to start the human race over again. We need to spread to as many women as possible.
Why do you think we train so hard in the gym sometimes?
God made us do bench presses and squats in order to deliver our seed to multiple women at a time. Please don't get mad at me, baby. I didn't say that. This is not me. I'm a clone. But we are made
Matter
in
of fact,
order
we'll
to
do some
do that.
push-ups right now.
Look at him. We got somebody coming tomorrow.
Baby.
If you don't get your big
Ah!
swollen back, if you don't get your
4,
Polish sausage neck ass over here,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right.
if you don't get your Canadian Football League,
Why the
ass-
fuck are you hating on me doing some push-ups right now? Okay. Why?
you don't get your big. Okay.
You finna go drop it in tears as soon as you get home, so I don't even want to hear that
But
bullshit.
seriously, we are made in
Sure.
order to want to procreate. We are made. Our testosterone allows us to be able to have a sex drive to be with not only you but with multiple women.
Right.
If we didn't have the sex drive we had, and we had a proclivity to monogamy, and I hate to tell you this, women, even though we may not be with another woman, it's not that we're not thinking about it. Oh man, I've just shot myself in
You
the
shot
side
yourself in the foot.
damn foot on that one.
You can go ahead and pour out on that one. Look, I ain't
For
gonna
the
tell
love
myself
of
like
truth,
that.
that is wow.
Let me tell y'all what it
I
is.
have got to stop.
Like I just stated before, men don't need a reason of any really kind to want to have sex with a woman other than the fact that it's just something that we want to do.
Nah, Lord Jesus.
We don't really need a reason.
Jesus, Lord, no.
So clearly,
Shabbat out of height.
sex is probably the number one thing that's
Should I had a condom on?
Now I will say this though, the argument of the myth that men think about sex almost every 10 minutes is kind of wrong. We don't think about 10,
Oh, no.
maybe 15,
Maybe 15, Lord Jesus Christ. I got things.
17 and a half. Give us a little bit more credit than that. But the point is, just because we don't think about sex as much as y'all think we do, don't mean we don't want it. Sometimes men are just right there ready to go. A warm breeze can come in there and we'll get turned on like, oh,
But I gotta give you an opposing opinion.
okay.
And let's just we're gonna get serious for about 37 seconds.
37 seconds. That's pretty much.
Oh, shut up at a high time flies by real quick.
Man, it did. All right, cool.
I'm a Scorpio.
So am I.
Steven, what you a Scorpio?
I'm a Scorpio as well.
So we have a lot of emotions. Right?
Yes, we do.
And one of the things that we have is emotions when we make love or have sex. Right?
Yeah.
And this is dealing with Scorpios. I don't care if you the duggiest dude in the world. If you're dealing with the energy of a Scorpio, which me and Steve are, and Steve's not going to want to go here, but I'm going to make him go here. Most of the time when we have sex, we cannot separate emotions, love, and the need for that warmth, that comfort from the physical action of sex. So although we want to have sex when the wind blows, because the way we hardwire and we had nothing to do with this. The energy was sprung down from the moon when we was born, took our first breath, and here we go. We have this specific emotion that makes sex just nothing without some type of intimacy, some type of emotional level that makes you want to bond with that person, almost intertwine with that person. Just want to be one body once you make love. So I would go on the line and say, I can't even say as I get older. I would say as I become more aware of myself and as I come into who I know I truly am. A lot of times I would have sex for the reasons of I thought it was what I was supposed to do. But if I was truthful with myself, some of the times I wasn't necessarily wanting sex. It was just society telling me this is what I should be. So I don't necessarily need to have sex with everybody or want to have sex 10 to 15 every 10 to 15 seconds. I need some type of physical connection. I need some type of emotional connection as well. And to be quite honest, that's one of the reasons why I broke up with an ex. There was no emotional connection. I can't just have sex now, just to have sex. If I'm not into you, it's nothing.
You know what? I get that.
I know you do, because you are
I
a
get that.
Scorpio.
I do.
All right.
I get that. And here's the thing, the reason why I get that. Because what you described as our emotional attachment to certain things.
Right.
You know, it brings up a very interesting point because there's a specific time period.
Story time with Steven.
Nah, it's not really story time. My well, kind of.
Spoke too soon. Spoke on time, I guess. Keep going.
This brings a specific part of our lives that could correlate with that, and I would say that would be around high school. Remember back in the day where smashing a couple of chicks had to be like the number one thing you do. You remember how you used back in the day, you used to be like the man, you got 4 or 5 different girls you hooked up with in high school, and you was the man back then. He's like, yeah, dab it up, man. Like, but then at the same time, you were just there because you wanted the emotional connection, because you wanted a girlfriend and all that, so you want somebody to take the prime and all that. That actually is a more pivotal part of our lives where that made sense what you were saying.
So, do you feel that even when you was in high school,
Yeah.
and you know it's a lot of peer pressure in high school. I know we like to feel we individuals and we above peer pressure. We get around that group of friends, no matter if you're a man or woman. It makes you do things that if you were by yourself, you probably wouldn't do.
Right.
Do you feel that that peer pressure calls you to act like the stereotypical guy instead of being true to the fact that you want sex with somebody that you're emotionally attached to?
Yeah.
Then say it loud.
Yes.
Tell him that you like emotional attachment.
I like emotional attachment during sex.
You hear that? He's soft. He is soft. You see how soft this dude is?
Yeah, but that.
I'm sorry, man. I know a chiropractor.
Damn. Hi, Keisha. Shout out. God.
I'm sorry about that, but you know, a lot of times men don't want to admit the fact that they are emotionally attached when they have sex. It is a stereotype that usually makes us void of emotions, but we're not, because we attach emotions to sex. But we have to play the position, and actually this is not only on the men, this is on the women too, because as much as we fed into the stereotype that we have to be hard-body and separate sex from emotions, the way that y'all were raised and what y'all seen on TV and what y'all expect from us, because I gotta be honest, I have been in situations where a woman said, you want to be my partner? Right. What type of, I'm the woman, I'm supposed to be talking like that. You talking about you want to intertwine with me? What are you talking about? You don't want to hit it? Oh,
and
my
here's the
God.
thing, shout out to another answer. Our good friend Reggie asked this question too, and he actually made a lot of sense. He says, because it is, and definitely men do want to have sex before more, because when it comes to women, sex is more abundant for them. There's not really that much of a need or want to have it, because they can get it pretty much anytime they want to.
I gotta disagree with that.
And
I want.
okay, I'll tell you what.
My bad.
Let's compromise. Let's compromise.
There will be no compromise.
Okay, it's no compromise. Women are more capable to get sex as much as they want from anybody than men are.
Still gotta disagree with you.
You sure about this?
I gotta disagree.
Well, Herbert is disagree because we got a little bit.
Because I think women are handcuffed by society. So even though they might be capable of getting sex, because there's more men walking up to more women than more women walking up to more men.
So societal standards?
Societal standards is handcuffing them to not express themselves as sexually as they would. So even though, and what does society do to the man? Society takes the handcuffs off us and say, hey, look, go out there and sow all your wild oats. Walk up to any woman you want to and make sure she knows who you is. You take out your billy club and you beat her ass with it. That's what society is saying to us. And so even though men are walking up and approaching her, even her carnal desire to be with another man like that, she can't act out because of society pressures, aka being called a hoe, slutty, whorish.
Well, I did say that men wanted more, but like I said, women are just more accessible to it.
But they cannot get it because of the society handcuff.
But that's why I still say that men wanted more. That's what I don't think women exactly will desire it that much more anyway.
Can some brave soul out here, woman, no men, tell me right now,
Oh, you're not gonna get that.
do you want sex more than men? Yes or no?
You're not.
Do you think?
You're not.
I'm going to give it 5 seconds. I am not going to get an answer. I can feel it in
I
my
bet
soul.
you're not getting an answer.
Okay, let's give it 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You women are punks. Y'all some punks.
None.
Y'all some punks. You know you want it.
Man. Ain't nobody. That's evil. You know it.
I said no sausage. I said women.
But anyway, let's get to our last question
Get to this last
of the evening.
And this, I'm not gonna answer this. You about to take this one.
Oh shit!
Because we know this is true.
Who lies the most?
Lord Jesus.
Woo! You know what?
Facebook world, who do you think lies the most?
Oh, you know
Men
there's a
and
lot of women that got an answer for this.
I know what they're gonna say. We don't get the same stereotypical answer. Well, women lie the most and we better at it. But men tell the stupidest lies. All that. Come on.
No, here's the thing. Now let's just be specific about this. I said who lies the most, not who lies the smartest. Because we know women have an elaborate list of lies.
Right.
Men have elaborate lists. I'll be really honest.
Let me tell you, but first, sit your ass up real quick.
Oh, I've got allergies,
You
man.
are not at the picnic.
I have allergies.
Let me ask this. What would be, you ain't got to give me the denotation version, but what is your definition of lying?
Oh my God, denotation was definition. Anything that is basically not true about you, yourself, your life, anything that habitates around you. Yeah.
So would
It's
you
not-
say a girdle is lying?
Yep.
Padded bra is lying?
Yep.
A wig is lying?
Yep.
Too much makeup is lying?
Yep.
Wow. We haven't even met yet and you got 4 lies.
4 lies.
Okay.
You
So,
put a whole different front up for who you really are.
yeah.
So technically, you can actually say women lie the most.
And I'm going to hit y'all over the head with something that's not as plain, but it's something that I really want y'all to understand this about. If you feel that men lie more than women, and like I've always said, men are nothing but actors playing the role that women want.
Right.
Women want the role. What I mean is, you want a man to show you in action more than his intentions. And you yourself understand that what is real and what is not in your life. So, this is what I would say to you women. I challenge you to think about this. Are you lying to yourself by accepting this action that you know this man is only doing in order to get you? Are you lying to yourself by accepting that? Because you know men are only acting what you have told yourself that you need. But you in your heart know that you need much more than that. It's just what you want. So I would technically say that women are more liars because you are setting the stage of lying in order for me to get you in the first place. Because all of these, I ain't got time for a man memes or I'm chilling on men, it's because you block your intuition. You don't just not know, you block your intuition. Because you know this man is giving you some bull, because a lot of times when it's too good to be true, it usually is. But because this man might have physical features that you like, ooh, he tall, he handsome, he got a big chest, he got big arms, you will bypass your womanly intuition. So technically, you are the biggest liars.
Yeah. And you are. And not to mention the fact you're also the most materialistic liars as well.
Yes, Lord.
Let's just be real about that.
Yes, Lord.
So I'm sorry, ladies, but y'all gonna have to take that
Yes,
one,
Lord.
okay?
Should have bought a Honda, but you bought a Lexus.
But you also got to take this exit, or as we are out of time,
Once
ladies and gentlemen.
again, we are proud that y'all was tuning in to us, but we gotta go. I am Donte Chase Bridges, aka you already know the rest.
And I am Steven C.P. Watson, and apparently I'm built like a linebacker. So, this concludes another episode of the Buzz Podcast. We will see you next week. Peace.
Feel like a linebacker in the offseason.
The fuck you hating for, nigga?